Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpa V3.
We're totally dejected.
We were warned like not to get attached to characters in this game, and I made the mistake of getting attached to the characters in this one. Now I'm sad.
Quit screwing around! I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit!
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
It's pretty bad when Kibo's like, I hate this guy, but we need to listen to him.
Yeah.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list.
Right.
Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
Why are we going over this again? The reason Kibo, Himiko, and Maki can be eliminated as suspects is because they were on the other side of the wall. They couldn't access the murder scene. Music is like so fitting
They
too.
couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Miyu could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list, and you know why, right?
Yeah, we went over this. He was logged out. He wouldn't kill anybody.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Miyu logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out.
Yep. All right. We've ruled out.
Miyu's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now.
Oh, God.
So let's move on to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Samugi, Shuichi, and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off.
How?
But what's the reason for that?
Because they were together. They didn't go to the roof.
We didn't go to.
Or we have solid alibis. They were together.
Yeah.
They saw Mew.
No, I don't think so. We saw me at the mansion. No, Samugi was the only one who knew that.
Oh, I thought we both did.
No.
Sorry.
We have alibis.
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
But no, we really didn't see Samugi.
Yeah, we did. She was in the next room and was talking to us the whole time. I don't think she was on the roof.
Both of you heard Mew hitting the chapel wall,
You're just
right?
trying to come up with somebody different.
I really am.
The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Mew down.
We heard it and we're together.
Oh, that's right. We did. At the time we heard it hit, we were together.
Yep, it's not her.
Because of that, Shuichi and Samugi can't be the culprit.
Yep. And it can't be
That leaves only
Kokichi.
Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Wrong.
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
Yeah, even if he did the strangling, the second he would have went to put her on the lattice, he would have been stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? He couldn't have... Wait, what?
He couldn't have killed Mew.
Yeah. That's...
We're going over everything again, but from
If Mew
Shuichi
touched
saying it.
him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
Or moving
So
her.
then, it's down to one person. And who was that again? Well, who is it?
You're such an asshole. I want to punch you in the
Don't
face.
answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that!
Kaito...
This is all Kokichi's trap!
Kaito, I want you to be right.
Oh, this breaks my heart.
Alright, and this is where the game actually ended.
Yeah.
They all moved into a nice, large mansion and lived happily ever after.
After we kicked Kokichi into the cellar and locked him away.
Yes, Kokichi unfortunately did not make the trip. It was like the Oregon Trail.
It's Gonta.
He got dysentery and didn't make it.
Shuichi?
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly! A truth without any lies!
Good job.
Yu Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
Really? Did Gota really do it?
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything, so oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Shut up.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap.
I still feel like something's still off,
I
but
still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
I don't think he intentionally did it is the problem, and I kind of want to figure out.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to—
You want proof? I've got your proof.
Oh, God.
After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
Okay.
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Yu's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
He could have came
It's
down.
possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof. Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing
He
sound?
jumped down?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
It was pretty high up.
Not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
But
Is there
would
anything
you
you could
really
climb?
have hurt yourself?
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
What? Really?
Nope.
Why would you do that to him? It would have been so nice if that were the truth. If Kaito were right and this horrible trial would just end, but...
No, that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit.
$12 bet we have
All
no
the
friends
culprit
after
needed
this
was a
trial.
way to get from the roof to outside
what?
the mansion.
$12 bet we don't have any friends after this trial because they're all
Yeah.
going to be pissed at us.
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, please.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that
Oh,
just
good
a lie?
God. Quit being a
Kaito.
whiny high school chick.
Fine then. I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up.
Good God.
Can't doubt my detective work now. If I want us all to survive, I can't back down. Oh, we're fighting
Fighting
Kaito?
Kaito?
Alright.
I'll never accept this. Don't you know Gonta at all?
X.
He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this. Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this. Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Damn it! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi!
I regret switching controllers
Why
for
won't
this.
you believe Gonta?
I told you it was going to be this one.
Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you... Damn it! Who do you want to believe?
I like his little spacesuit.
I do too.
Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Keep saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Keep saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh?
I actually still don't know what our final piece of evidence is going to be.
Truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit. Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us.
We're gonna find out here in a minute.
Remember how Gonta's always tried. Damn it!
There we go.
All right, what do we got?
There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop.
Toilet paper discovered. Oh,
Outside
oh
of-
God!
Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us. Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us. How could Gonta be the culprit? Damn it!
There we go.
All right.
There's no way to leave the
Toilet
mansion from the
paper out.
rooftop.
Out. Discovered.
Oh shoot!
Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us. Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us. How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Damn it!
All right. So toilet paper discovered outside the
There's no
mansion.
way to leave the mansion from
Toilet
the
paper.
rooftop.
Nope. What? They're like all inverted.
Who do you want to believe?
This is absolutely intolerable.
Remember what Kokichi has done to us.
Because it's weird. In this case, B is B. X is Y.
And then they're flipped in the next one?
And then they're flipped in the next one.
Oh my god.
I don't know how we're gonna do this.
There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit. Damn it!
Because they're just all jacked
no way
up.
to leave the mansion from the
Toilet
rooftop.
paper. Discovered.
It ends here.
Damn it!
Is Kaito gonna take Gonta's spot?
Oh, I don't think so.
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion.
Which is weird that you fought him.
That's what the culprit used to get
'Cause
from
he
the
doesn't
roof
wanna
to the
believe.
ground.
I guess, but still.
Toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Miu's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was
There's a
nothing to
pipe.
tie it to.
Yeah, there was.
I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am. I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end.
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
Yes, the place where the toilet paper was tied down.
You're gonna point it out. It's that thing, yeah.
It's Y.
There!
No, actually, X was Y.
The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it.
Helped them slide down.
And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea.
Really?
But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom.
He probably would have been able to.
I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
He did, because he saw Tsumugi and Shuichi.
I still don't understand why he would agree to go through with this.
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
It's...
So, it's true. Gonta really killed Mew.
But you're still a gentleman.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta.
He can't. He doesn't remember.
Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such
Yeah, that's what I agree.
a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop. I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me. Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
Okay.
This might be like the one of like the roughest class trials. What color cord? All right, we don't have that one.
Okay.
What did Mew bring from Shuichi's lab? I thought I saw a bottle of poison. Yeah.
Yep.
What was posted in the entrance hall of the mansion of the virtual world
Map.
which I think we saw. Yeah. My God.
They're so cute. Look at evil Kokichi.
What did Mew do when the others left for the mansion?
She took down the panel, but I don't think we have that one. The sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not the lattice.
Who was investigating the kitchen?
Tsumugi. Or no, us. Sorry.
Who's investigating the roof? Is that... I can't tell if that's like Kaito...
Kokichi was the one that was supposed to be on the roof.
No, Kaito was on the roof. He got logged out from there. Who's investigating the dining hall? Would have been... Tsumugi, but I don't think we have that one. We don't have Gonta.
Okay. Let's move on.
Did Mew use when she got inside the mansion?
The cell phone. The cell phone?
What was the weapon you brought to kill Kokichi? I don't think we have the hammer.
Okay, what was that? Kaito.
Yeah, alright. What did the culprit use to strangle Mew? I think we have the toilet paper. Move the body off the roof. What was
The lattice. Yep. Okay.
Alright. Threw the signboard into the river. Alright, that was back.
Keep
earlier.
going right there. Okay, and then you smuggles in a hammer. Back up. Nope.
Alright.
Yep.
No.
Nope. Is it this one?
No, that one.
Yeah.
There it is. Alright, now we got everything.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so we got that one. Alright.
Alright, so...
Where was everyone? So Kaito was on the roof.
Yep. Okay. We were in the kitchen.
Yep.
Love their little pictures. Tsumugi. Right, and then Gonta.
Culprit looking for the secret of the outside world.
Okay, and then I think that one goes on the last. That one. Oop, keep going.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to look at all these because, I mean, if something horrible is about to happen, we might as well get something out of it.
I know. Oh, this one kills
is the
me.
truth of the case. The case began last night. After being convinced by Mew, we all logged in to the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world.
I wonder if it like also messed up his personality too. And there, it didn't seem like it.
It didn't seem like it.
It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's
there
personality
you
as
go.
well.
I just can't
Because
remember.
I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder.
Yeah.
But we had no idea this error even happened. And so, we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison and placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world.
I wonder if Mew dying was the
After we had all
sacrifice.
logged
Like,
in,
she was
Mew
trying to get rid of
explained the world
Kokichi.
to us. Use the salon phone to log out. Objects are unbreakable. Your avatars use all 5 senses.
I think this chapter is just supposed to be gut-wrenching.
She also
is what it's
explained the
supposed to
map
be.
of the virtual
Sakura
world
killed
in the
herself.
mansion's entrance hall.
Nekomaru sacrificed himself to, well, him and
Gundam.
and Gundam sacrificed himself so everyone could live.
But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to
And this
misunderstand the
one,
world.
Gonta was
However,
an accomplice
one of
that he
us
doesn't
was
remember.
able to see through her scheme. The very person Mew was trying to kill, Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together.
I forgot about that. That they went off together.
Mm-hmm. Then we split up.
Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world. Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion.
Oh my
we
God.
go. Whoops, my hand slipped.
Zoom.
Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. We went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room.
These are so cute.
I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion.
You mean the culprit's cute?
Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way. When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out. It was Kaito who was on the roof at the time, the same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious, but her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with the culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world.
Maybe I'm thinking Kokichi lied about what would happen if they strangled Mew in the virtual world.
Or Gonta's personality was different in the virtual world.
Could be.
After the
There's
murder,
maybe both.
Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone.
Whoosh.
The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope.
Like the hammer and phone on top of her.
With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof.
Whoosh.
Whoosh. Bam.
It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby.
Hey guys.
What's going on?
Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember.
Oh.
This is the truth you've forgotten, Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist. Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
And we'll just have to hear more about it in the next episode. I'm very
cry.
sad.
This is in the top 3 of like heart-wrenching ones. My first one still goes to Chiaki.
Yeah, that one was especially the execution. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.